go. So we're starting off with greens. This is a pretty standard, your standard rooms you're going to see here in Kirby. A lot of holding right and pressing jump at the right times. And both of our combatants look to be using the inhale-exhale strategy. Loses a little bit of time due to in-game lag, but it's certainly a easier strategy to use. Less room for error. And both getting 3 poppy bombs up front. It's a strong start from both runners. Now Civ is coming in here with that 1-game lead. So it's going to be up to Knight here to even everything up. He's got to go 2-0 here. Now the climb here in Wispy's, or heading to Wispy, is a deceptively difficult room. It looks very easy. I mean, it's not terribly hard, don't get me wrong, but it is difficult to navigate at top speed without losing any momentum on that climb. Both have a pretty average Wispy so far. No really out-of-line RNG here or anything. But don't worry, Cracko is just around the corner. Both going to be entering Castle Lolo. Right, pretty neck and neck with each other. Not a very big time difference here. Silv's going to sneak the lead away right there. The microphones in this game are just notoriously painful. You don't have to inhale them, just touching them brings them into an inhale, and then accidentally pressing the exhale button while it's already been inhaled just wastes time, as we saw there on Knight's screen. You want to try to avoid those at all costs. Knight with an accidental fast spit there. And Silv's going through the little room gauntlet here. Right, and Knight's going to answer by getting into Lolo Lala about 5 seconds behind, but it's leading off with a double hit, and that might be enough to close the gap. Silv fishing up Lolo first, and Knight right behind. We've got a race, everybody. This is neck and neck. Most difficult room in the game, right here, in my opinion. There's lots of quick reaction. There's a couple of different things that can go wrong, especially if you lose some momentum. A little bit of lag, a little bit of momentum loss completely changes the dynamic of this room. So it's hard to have your backup strats together. Silv's going to make decent work of the room. And Knight not running into a heck of a lot of trouble either. We're going to see Silv getting to the ship. Will he go for the curry or dodge it? Going around the curry, opting for the faster strategy. And I think we're going to see Knight do the same thing. The blinking effects and particle effects from the curry causes a lot of lag in this room. So even though it's easier to take the curry and go through, you're going to lose a bit of time compared to navigating the room without going through it. This is of course assuming you take no damage throughout the room. Knight's keeping the race very tight. Silv's only a few seconds ahead. Yeah, both making quick work of Kabula. Knight squeaking through there with 1 HP. That was close. Threading the scarf, he's there. Let's see if Knight can do the same. Ooh! That'll happen. That will happen from time to time. Take that bonk, knock you right back into the pit. Almost got it the second time, but manages to get through that section. Silv's over here in another difficult room, going into the a very punishing room. It's easy to make mistakes in the room that Silv's in right now. It's a little bit of vertical, a little bit of horizontal movement, lots of enemies that can go out of bounds and come back in. It's tough. It's tough. It's one you definitely want to practice. If you're picking up the game and you're trying to get better, you want to be proficient with Float Islands Room 1 and the room now we see Knight in over to the left. Come on, Kirby, jump. So I've almost had the background glitch, but that's okay. You almost don't even want it. It looks cool, sure, but it's easy to get lost. And you really want to know where you're at, especially in a race setting. Knight's entering the room. Same thing, almost had the background glitch. Alright, the game starts now. Time to see this Cracko RNG. Looks like Silv currently has a 2 HP lead in Cracko, 3 HP lead in Cracko, 4 HP lead before Knight can start the fight. So we get a 4 HP difference now. Silv's getting ready to wrap up Cracko just as Knight's getting the first hit in. Maybe. Yeah, there it is. Silv's entering Mount D3. The Gauntlet. Because of the Cracko RNG here, Silv's got a pretty significant lead. I'm not going to say it's unsurmountable, it certainly is, but it is a significant lead at this point. However, it is worth noting, in Mount D3, health management is a real thing. So, let's see if Silv is going to opt not to take any damage, to skip the double hits at Lolo Lala. And I applaud that decision, I think it's the correct move. Got the 6th cycle, but didn't take any damage, which will definitely help out later on if he wants to do any of the tricky movement like Gordo skips or go for double hits on D3. Knight, on the other hand, is just going to power through those Lolo Lala. This is how you gain back some lost time. Really going to have to be more careful going through the remainder of D3 stages. I wouldn't be surprised to see Knight take an intentional death going into D3. And going with the Gordo skip. Madman. Silv's over here getting decent Cracko RNG. It's not the best we've ever seen, but it's far from the worst. And just like that, we are back to a 4 HP difference on Cracko. Silv, this RNG, goodness gracious. Silv's getting just about average RNG, and Knight is just being punished for playing this game right now. Let's see, I'm not sure if Knight's familiar with the Gordo skip. Well, never mind. I was going to say the Gordo skip going into Wispy, but with 1 HP, it's not really an option anymore. Silva's wrapping up Kabula. Okay, Knight is going to take the intentional death right there at the beginning of Wispy. That's a fine spot to take it. Knight going into Kabula. He's still got Wispy to go after this, though. Silva's going to be finishing up Wispy and getting a head start on D3 with 4 HP. Knight has to be hoping for phenomenal RNG for himself and terrible RNG for Silv. That's the only way I can see this getting cleaned up for Knight. That said, let's see how Silv does. Hey, does anybody in chat know Silv's current personal best? Because with the correct D3 RNG, we could have a really decent time here. This is the kind of RNG you're hoping for. Except for that little inhale anyways. Knight's wrapping up Wispy. We'll be catching up. Looks like he'll be facing a 5 HP handicap. 4 HP handicap. 3 HP handicap. Alright, 3 to 9. Look at D3, just not wanting to be nice to anybody, is he, today? Knight's claws way back in. And Silva's going to wrap it up right here. Good game, Silv. 12:45. Looks like an official SRL time of 12:51. And Knight with an official SRL time of 12:59. So all the different things we saw going on right there, and it only ended up being an 8-second difference. Good game. Good game, both of you. And Silva's going to take this match 2-0. That was a very tight race from both of them. It could have went either way, even down to the very end with the intentional death, the accidental death at the beginning of Bubbly Clouds. Could have been anybody's game there. All right, and I'm getting word here that Knight is going to join us for an interview. Silv is going to pass on the interview. So give me a second. We'll go ahead and get Knight in here and have a few words. I will be right back. All right, and we got Knight in here. Yes. GG's, Knight. GG's. RNG did not treat you well today, did it?
Yeah, no. The Cracko 2 in the race 1 was just awful. I can't understand how he could be so mean to me, even though I'm so friendly always.
I'm telling you, I honestly don't know that I've seen... Yeah, if I have seen a worse Cracko, I can't remember it. That was a very, very tough one to have to watch.
It took a full minute, so it's really... Oh, God.
On the bright side, even with the poor Cracko, even with the accidental death, you really caught back up. It was an 8-second difference in the race, and at times with the Cracko, you were 20 seconds behind. So congrats on closing that distance.
Accidental that? When did I take an accidental one?
The first room in Bubbly Clouds got bonked.
Oh yes, that one. Of course, yes. I already forgot. Oh yeah, that was.
I know you wanted to. I'm sorry to bring it back up.
Yeah. Oh no, well, yeah. What can you do? It was a good race. I mean, if I hadn't messed up so badly, I might have actually gone to game 3. And the RNG just really didn't do any favors to me, except on D3.
D3 did kind of clean it up a little bit. You had some decent RNG there. And I think I saw you go for a double hit there. Almost had it.
Yeah, I tried to do
very
a couple
close
of times.
to it.
Yeah, it's almost, but not good enough.
It just takes practice. That's it. Yeah, you
Yep.
was very close. I was excited when I saw it because we haven't seen a whole heck of a lot of double hits recently. A few people in the tournament can do it consistently. So I was really excited to see you trying it.
Yeah, I keep getting it practicing sometimes. But yeah, I think we are being told to cut off, so yeah. GG's.
Hey, thanks for coming in for the interview, everybody. Thanks for watching, and I will see y'all next time.
Yep. Bye.